Welcome to episode 5, peeps. Trapped in
Yeah.
a dungeon. Gavin.
No, I'm Glynn.
Yeah. And, damn, dude. It's been a productive couple days
Oh
for
yeah.
me. Actually, on my personal channel. Yeah, for whatever reason, I just fucking started, uploading Let's Play video after another, after another, like, 3 different fucking games.
I did notice that. Uh,
Yeah.
you either need to. Let me be honest. You either need to like lower your chair a little bit or back up a little bit. Your like eyes are almost at the top of the at the screen.
Right there?
Yeah, right there's good.
Alright.
Yeah, I noticed. I noticed. You got like what 3 or 4 different ones going. Let's plays going on at the same time.
Yeah. I figured it was just like easy shit to upload, so I was like, fuck it.
So why 3 different ones and not just like focus on one, like play it through all the way? Just cause.
For variety on the channel. That way I'm not uploading the same old shit all the time.
Yeah. So
But yeah. But yeah, I picked up the first 3 games of the Yakuza series.
hmm.
That's not what I've been uploading on the channel, but
No, I didn't see you upload any of those.
no. Uploaded a similar game kinda to Yakuza. It's
Sleeping
Sleeping
Dogs.
Dogs. Yeah.
I've been meaning to
Um
play that. I played like the first couple hours a while back, and I just never went back and finished it. It was
yeah.
good. So when I played and I heard it's a good game.
Yeah. I think what made me stop my first time playing through it, because I enjoyed the shit out of it. Like, it was a great story and everything. It was sitting there wailing on guys for like 10 minutes and they
Mm,
wouldn't even fucking fall to the ground and die. So I was
damn.
just like, "Fuck this game," and then just never came back until like recently. So, uh, but yeah, it that kind of plays out similar to the Yakuza series. I don't know if it's by the same guys, but
No, I don't think it is.
uh,
Cause I think the guys that do the Yakuza games kind of just do the Yakuza games. I think they've recently did like
oh
another
yeah,
game.
it's Sega. That's it. Sega does the fucking Yakuza series,
Mm.
along with like Monkey Ball and whatever fucking else they have.
Well, I assume Sega probably publishes it. I don't think they develop it.
Yeah, I don't think Sega fucking yeah. I don't think they publish anything nowadays. I think they're just or
Well,
not publish or make, I should
develop.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they probably own Sonic Team or whatever, but it's probably about
yeah,
it.
yeah. Right. That's yeah. Honestly, probably. But yeah. I'm kind of impressed with how the first one's it's like a prequel, I guess, even though like none of the games are like actually connected from what I've
Uh,
heard. Like there's I've been told that like you'll hear like mention of like a past game or something like that in the future games, but other than that, they don't fucking intertwine very much.
someone I used to be kind of be friends with was was really big into the Yakuza series, and I think what from what I understand from them is that each game's like its own story. I mean, they stick with like the same characters for the most part, and I want to say there's like 1 or 2 of them that take place like they're not like they're not like in sequential order as far as like when the timeline is, but yeah, I don't remember. I think there is 1 or 2 of them that is like a prequel. Uh, I know that the Yakuza Kiwami ones, those are just
Yeah,
remakes of the original one,
yeah,
two, and three, I think, or like one and
yeah,
two.
yeah. Because
And then
that's what that
there is
Kiwami 1 2.
I think there is also a Kiwami Zero, which is a prequel. I want to
No,
say.
it's just the zero. Yeah, there's no Kiwami Zero. It's
Uh,
just Kiwami for the first 2.
I could have swore that they had it. I could be wrong, but then I know definitely the last game they did, Yakuza Like a Dragon, is separate character,
Yeah.
completely separate characters. And they
Yeah.
had, I think they actually did another game, Lost Judgment.
Yeah.
That looks pretty. I
Yeah,
remember that looked pretty interesting.
yeah, that's like the second game to the Judgment little side
Hmm.
series for the universe or
I
whatever.
didn't realize it was the second one.
Yeah, they have Judgment, and then you got Judgment, whatever this one is that
Oh.
just came out. But yeah, I have the first one, and it's that's kind of what like got me into it all of a sudden.
Mm,
Because I was like, damn, dude, this is just like a Japanese simulator in Akihabara, pretty much.
dang. Yeah, there's a lot of shit to those games. I remember I would occasionally watch my friend play it, and then I think the first Kiwami was free on PlayStation like forever ago, and I got it, and so I played some of it. I just need to go back and play more of it. And I know a bunch
Yeah,
of them are on at least they were. I don't know if they still are on Game Pass. Like all of them were on Game Pass for a minute on Xbox.
yeah. I
I
know
think
I was
most of them
on,
still are.
yeah. I don't know. I was on the store earlier and I saw a lot of the Yakuza games on sale right now. I don't think they're on Game Pass anymore,
Hmm.
but yeah, a lot of them are like $15 or whatever now.
Hmm.
But yeah, I snagged the Kiwami 1 and 2 for like $5 each.
Nice.
And then Zero was like 20, so I was like, all right, fuck it. That's priced down the origin stories. I'm good with
Hmm.
it. Yeah, but yeah, I'm digging it so far. I can't tell you how long I spent on the fucking little arcade machines in that fucking game so far. It's
Yeah, there's that's what like 95% of the game is. It's just like side things to do. Like
yeah.
yeah. I know that there's people out there who have attempted completions, and it's a task.
Yeah. Like I must have sat there for at least like 2 or 3 hours trying to get one fucking little thing with the claw and shit.
Hmm.
Bruh, that shit's so difficult. I'm like, damn, dude, they got this down to the fucking T. It is
Oh
just
yeah.
like the real thing, man.
There's probably people who are experts at it.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
sure you can find
It
guides of just the mini games.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as far
But yeah,
as games, I haven't been playing a whole lot. I mean, let's see what have I been playing. I started playing Fortnite a little bit. There's a couple skins this season that are really good that I want. Like which one of them I got them is Doomslayer in the
no, yeah,
from the recent Doom game, and then Geralt is getting ready to come out as like the limited time like set like side quest skin that comes out later in the season. Like,
yeah.
but so I'm looking forward to that. I missed on the My Hero Academia skins, but I'm sure they'll be back. So those are ones in the store you could buy. So those will probably be back not too long. I could cop those. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, just playing a little bit of that. Not a whole lot. Um, I've been finally working on Assassin's Creed Syndicate after all this time, and
I
like
enjoyed I enjoyed it, but like it had its flaws for
yeah,
sure.
that's why I'm like not even bothering restarting because it's been so long since the last time I played it. I'm just picking up where I left off, and I mean,
Yeah.
I know I know some weird things about that game, particularly how halfway through the game you can just start the final sequence.
Oh, yeah.
When in sequence 4 you could just start sequence 8. You could watch the cutscene and get the mission on your map. You might I'm probably under I'm think I'm under leveled for it, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play all the sequences in order. Maybe do all like the free all the different zones on the map, and that'll probably be about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll probably yeah, just to finish it, and then I can finally move on to Origins and Odyssey, and then eventually Valhalla, and then
Origins was really good.
yeah,
Origins
I
was
played the prologue and a couple missions after, and that was about it. Because I have it
really
because I bought that and I bought Odyssey around the same time. I got like one of those sales where it's like 20 something dollars for the gold edition with all the DLC and everything. So I got those, and so in not too much longer, I'm sure Valhalla will have a similar sale where you get it with
yeah.
all the season passes, and it'll be like 20 25 bucks. But
Yeah.
I'll probably wait until I'm on Odyssey to do that. I am excited for
And,
the next one. It's going to go back more.
oh, dude, the next one's gonna look so fucking dope. It looks so fucking dope. I can't wait.
Hmm.
Like, I love the Assassin's Creed games, even though Odyssey and Valhalla were a disappointment. for me personally. Uh, I'm extremely excited about this one because they said now that they're bringing back like the actual fucking stealth aspects of the
Mm-hmm.
open world area back now, and I'm like, fucking finally. Like, I mean, I get it with like Odyssey or not Odyssey, Valhalla. Like, it's an Assassin's Creed game, but everybody agrees that it's not. It's just a Viking game at that
Yeah.
point. Like, it's just Viking RPG is what
Yeah,
it
everyone
is.
understand it has like no connection to like any leagues or of the assassins or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I don't want to spoil anything for Odyssey, but yeah, like that's kind of how it was for me too. Like Origins was pretty much the last one that actually had something big to do with the fucking actual assassins and
Mm-hmm.
everything like that. And yeah, they just I don't know. It just hasn't been that great. The worlds are beautiful, don't get me wrong.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the gameplay's
I mean, they
awesome,
still
but
like for Assassin's Creed games, like they skip like from what I understand, they miss a couple of the main points, but they're still like good games. Other
yeah,
than that.
yeah. You just kind of have to go into like the expectation of this isn't like you can't look at it as like an Assassin's Creed game, or
Mm-hmm.
else you're just gonna be like, oh, this is shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, the gameplay and combat from those games were fucking dope. Like they were like probably one of the best that I've seen for the series in general. But I mean, I look forward to Assassin's Creed and seeing the assassins
Yeah.
and shit like that, and
Yeah.
the good old feud between Templars and assassins. You know.
Mm-hmm. And
Uh,
the only thing I've really been playing of all things is Halo 5. I just
oh, Halo
started
5.
picking it back up. Not that recently. Even I mean, I've been playing Halo Infinite a little bit too, but I don't know. I felt like for some reason I felt like going back and playing. I prefer Fiesta on Halo 5 than I do on Halo Infinite, just because I like the guns more. There's a bigger
Yeah.
variety of them, and uh, I I did like playing Firefight Warzone. That's
Oh
that
yeah.
was always fun. So that's mostly what I've been playing is that, and occasionally playing Fiesta. But I just did it like a handful of times, just like on the weekends or something. Um, I guess we to
Yeah.
kind of go into one of the few topics I got written down for all this video game talk. Have you been watching The Last of Us on HBO?
I've seen clips of it, but from what I've seen, it has been dead spot
It's
on to
so
what the
good.
fucking game is.
I haven't played
Like
the.
I literally walked in when my parents were watching it, like the full first scene with,
Mm-hmm.
his daughter
Oh yeah,
dying,
no, that was
fucking
like super.
punched me in
Like,
the gut as usual every time I fucking see it, and then right as they were escaping like the main city or whatever,
mm-hmm.
and the fucking towers were tilted, I was like, oh, this show's gonna fucking slap.
It is. I
Like this
watched
show's gonna slap.
at times. I watched the first two episodes. It's really really good. Um,
Yeah,
and from what
I
I
need to
hear,
get
it's
on it.
pretty damn accurate. Like one of the things that I did notice, which this was just like a random thing that stuck out to me. So when the first game came out, shortly after, the beginning part takes place in Austin. It's like outside of Austin or something like that. And at the time, I used to
Yeah.
watch a lot of Rooster Teeth, and so they did a Rooster Teeth video where they went and there's a specific street sign that you see in the game when they're escaping the city, and they went and found that like where that was. And
Oh,
they drive through there at that street with that sign in the show.
oh shit.
It was just like a weird random thing where I was watching it and it showed like they cut to where like their uh Joel, his daughter, and I don't know if that's like his brother or something. I don't remember who that is.
Yeah. The
They're driving and it's literally like there's a street sign and they have to like, oh, we can't go that way, we have to go this way, and it's like, oh, that's the exact like spot on everything of that scene in the game. But it's been really
oh
good.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those that like I can already tell is just gonna be like extremely good
hmm
because after, the last few times they've done video game adaptations
yeah,
of stuff. I mean, I heard mixed things about The Witcher, so I can't really say because I haven't watched it, but I
The
mean,
Witcher's it's a weird one because to me, like, it's not a bad show, but it's definitely not adapting the games at all.
Yeah,
Like
from what I heard, it's adapting the
it
books.
is. Also, they slowly move more and more away from stuff that you would recognize. And like there's like just like the pacing's kind of weird, the editing's kind of like the whole like the biggest like thing that I dislike, the biggest complaint I have about the first season is that you don't know until like the last episode that it keeps coming between Geralt and Cirilla.
Hmm.
And you don't realize it until like almost the end of the first season that all of Geralt's shit is takes place before Cirilla was born. But it just throughout the episode it just keeps cutting back and forth to him. Like it's happening at the same time. It's not.
So fucking weird. It's
Yeah.
such a weird like.
And throughout for most of the show, uh Geralt does not have his two swords. He's
Oh, he only has one.
yeah. And it's a different sword than like the ones that would be on the poster of like the game that is. It does. I don't know how accurate this scene is, just because I haven't played the first game. It's from the first game, I believe. But
Hmm.
Garrett, you remember how Garrett has that nickname, the Butcher of fuck, I forgot like something.
Oh,
It like like not Bloodhaven, but something like that.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But it's like that scene where he gets that is actually like pretty cool. And then there's like some weird pacing and stuff, and like his like I don't know, they it should have been better. I mean, it's decent, but I mean, like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
watch season three's coming soon. I'm not gonna watch it. I skipped on they did a spin off that takes place like I don't know a couple hundred years before like when the elves were around called like Witcher Blood Origin. I skipped that. I ain't watching that because
Oh, yeah.
that's like them going deep into their own stuff, and it's yeah. And then of course after season three comes out, assuming they're still going to do a season four, which you never know. It might get canceled. They're gonna
Yeah.
they already recast your boy
Yeah. Because old boy's gonna be doing some Warhammer
Warhammer.
40K, dude. I
Yeah,
can't wait. I'm fucking so
and
excited. When I
it's
saw that, I was like, fucking finally.
oh
Like,
yeah.
I'm just
It
curious as to like
what?
what role would he play? Because there's so many fucking characters in that
Yeah,
universe.
there someone one of the videos I watched they pointed out too. I forget what one of them was, but let's see, yeah, Henry Cavill. I was trying to remember what his name for like that whole conversation. What his name was. Fucking Henry Cavill. The big one, which this is probably like one of the top like things to be like the first thing they adapt would be the Eisenhorn book series. So there's a
Yeah.
book series, 40K book series called the Eisenhorn series that's follows. He's a one of the Inquisitors. He's like the main Inquisitor, and a lot of people consider those to be the best 40K novels. They're
Mm.
written by Dan Abnett, who's like considered one of the best like the best author for the 40K novels. Typically if he wrote the book, it's a good one. Whether it's for like the Horus Heresy series or for just some other book that it is.
Yeah.
And they do I think there's like four books and like three or so short stories or something. And they do have like an omnibus book that's like all of it together.
Oh shit.
Which I've thought about ordering it, but I got so many books like novels that I've bought recently over the past few months that I just haven't really read. On
Yeah,
top of
I
all the
feel
game
that.
rule books I need to read and shit, like, and I'm falling behind on my
Yeah.
manga, bro. It's a thing. I need to get caught up.
Yeah, my thing is I want to try and like catch up with a lot of the books that I have already
Hmm.
first
That's what I need
before
to
like
do.
unless it's like a fucking tabletop RPG because I mean at any point I can just
Right.
come back to them and fucking relook
Yeah, I
through
mean
it and
those
everything.
are some of those are as much like textbooks as they are like textbooks slash reference books, as they're not like
Yeah.
it's not like most of them are like those aren't like novels. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
But like I bought like all the Conan books. I have like a couple like one or two other books that have been sitting on my shelf for a while that I need to finish or get back to read. And I have I think I have all five of the Republic Commando books from Star Wars. I got a
Yeah.
lot.
Damn.
I
Yeah,
mean,
there's been a lot of like, especially with like Legends, I've wanted to like check out with.
for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all Legends books. Those were all they. I think they were all released. I think the first one was probably released around the time of the game,
Oh yeah.
fucking Republic Commando. But they, I mean, there's like five. I think it's like five books. They're all like super cheap. I got like the first four of them at fucking Second and Charles, uh, like over a year ago. And then I just ordered the fifth one on Amazon. It was less. They're like less than $10 a piece. You can get a lot of those like Star Wars Legends like paperbacks for like $5 to $10. Um, then now those
Yeah.
Conan the Barbarian book, well, Conan the Chimerian books, as it's actually called, those were like a little bit more, but that's like three books and it's all like collections and stuff. I got this other book that I started reading because I'm one of those bro Rogans, listen to Joe Rogan all the time. I got a book that he read that he used to talk about a lot, Empire of the Summer Moon, about the like the Comanches and shit.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
about
Yeah.
them and like what's her name, Cynthia Ann Parker, who was, it follows her story from, which is all like real stuff, like her and her family living like out in like the frontier plains when the plains weren't conquered yet. It was still all Native Americans. This was like in Texas is where like that's where, like the edge of America was like Texas.
Right.
And the Comanches roll up, kill like like pretty much all of her family except for like her and like one or two of the other women, and like
Jesus.
capture them, and she basically becomes like indoctrinated and like joins the Comanches and like just like lives with them for like, because she was like a kid when it happened. She grows up with him, marries one of them, and has a kid who becomes the last chief of the Comanches. It's like a whole thing. Like she they oh yeah they she gets like rescued by white people, and she doesn't want to go with them. She wants to go back to living with the Comanches because she prefers that. It's like a
Jesus.
pretty cool story. Like I've heard him talk about it a bunch, and I bought it. I read the first couple chapters, like up to like shortly after she got captured. I just never finished. I need to read the rest of it.
Yeah.
I never fin. I'm just about this
Damn.
years. I just got so many books I gotta read. But to get back to the topic of TV shows, there was another recent show that I was kind of interested in. That I only watched the first episode. I don't know if I'm gonna like watch it. Just I was just curious. It was on Netflix, That '90s Show. I don't know if you ever watched That '70s Show.
Yeah. Are they bringing it back?
They did. Yeah, it's a sequel. Takes place.
What the fuck?
Oh, you had no idea?
No, I didn't hear
Dude,
anything
this is like
about
like
that.
one of the big shows they've been marketing recently. So yeah, it's already started. I don't know if they're doing like weekly releases for it or if they just put it all out the first season. But yeah, it's in the '70s. It's the '90s now, and it's the what's it's still like the same characters, but it's uh all their kids, and it still takes place with at a fuck, what's his name, at the same house. Like that's like, so what it is
Oh, yeah.
Topher. I
With
forget
like
Topher.
Donna and all that.
Yeah, so her and Topher Grace's character, they have a daughter, and she's going to stay the summer at her grandparents' house, and all the other kids, she becomes like friends with like all the other people's kids, and the first
Hmm.
the first episode is actually like really funny. It was cool seeing like how some of the other characters are. They didn't show everybody. Like they showed it in the trailer, but it wasn't in this episode. Fez has like the number one beauty salon or something, and it's like they show like his commercial and shit, and he's gonna show up later on, but they showed Kelso and Mila Kunis, and
Yeah.
they were like, oh, y'all are dressed up, where y'all going? He's like, oh, we're getting married for the second time. We're getting remarried for the second time. uh
That's Yeah, Fez was like my fucking favorite in
yeah.
that show.
Oh
Fucking I think one of my favorite episodes was when they all went to the gun range or whatever and
mhm.
they brought Fez along
I don't know if I
and
remember
they're
that
sitting
one.
there shooting and then one of them goes, "Oh, look, a rabbit." And Fez just goes, "Pah, I got dinner." I was
Damn.
like, "Oh my God, damn, dude."
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't think I want to say that I don't remember what his name was, but the dude who had the curly hair and the glasses. I'm pretty sure a couple years ago something
Yeah.
happened. He got in some legal trouble, so he's not going to show up in it.
Yeah, I want to say he's actually in like prison or
Yeah.
whatever.
Um.
I
But
think he was like, accused or like allegations of like rape or sexual assault or
who
some shit
knows?
like that.
Um.
I don't know, man.
But like at the end of the episode, they showed like here's what's coming up on the on this season, and they show like a bunch of characters going to show up. The one of them that I think would be pretty cool is the old hippie guy. He's back. He's still alive.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
And there's a couple of things. It still looks like it might be pretty funny. I might put it on every once in a while, like just to watch it or something. And, uh, there was a funny scene
Yeah.
though where uh I forget what fucking Topher Grace's character's name is right now, but Donna and him were sitting upstairs with his parents while all the kids were in the basement, and it does the 360 circle. And he's like,
Bro.
"Oh my god, I can't believe it's happening." And he's like, and he looks at it, and he's like, "I know, we're upstairs people now."
Eric, that's
Eric, that's what
it.
it was.
I
Eric,
think his
yeah,
name's
yeah, it's
Eric.
Eric. It was Eric.
Just hit me. All
He
right, yeah.
he
That's
he
fucking
he
awesome.
says, "I'm gonna kick you in the ass" or whatever. I'm gonna shove my foot up your ass. That's what he says it. And he's like, "Oh my god, I'm becoming my father."
Uh, oh man. That was like as a kid, I think that was like one of my favorite fucking shows to watch
hmm
alongside like South Park, Simpsons, and Hank Hill and shit like that.
Oh, and I learned something
Yeah.
interesting that's related to that show. So Red Foreman, the guy who plays him, I didn't know this until I watched like him and the chick that plays the mom did like doing like an interview or something. They were watching like old episode clips, and he's the like the bad guy in RoboCop.
Is he really?
Yeah, yeah, because at one point they're watching like clips from the first episode, and she goes, "Yeah, I was kind of scared of you at first because you were in RoboCop." Because the character you played in RoboCop. I was like, oh shit. For a second, I thought
I
he
didn't-
was RoboCop because off my
That would have
memory,
been a
he kind of like. But then I saw like a picture of him in a RoboCop, and yeah, he was like the bad guy or whatever.
oh shit. Yeah, I didn't even fucking know that. It's been so long since I've seen those movies, but they were so good.
Yeah, I
They
was
were
thinking.
so-
I'm probably gonna move those up top of the list of next movies I'm gonna order to add to my collection. See if they got like a
RoboCop.
See if they got like a RoboCop like Blu-ray set or something for cheap.
I would imagine so.
It's got like,
Like,
what is there like three? There's three RoboCop movies, and then there's a remake.
yeah, that sounds right.
I'm not
That
gonna
sounds
worry
about.
about the remake. And what's the thing is, I don't think I've ever seen the second one. I know I've seen the first one, and I've seen parts of the third one. The third one's fucking nuts.
I want to say, yeah, the first one is the one I've seen the most of.
I might
I
have seen
can't
bits of the
remember if it
second
was
one.
the second or third one that I watched the most after that.
The only thing I remember about the third one is that it's way more R-rated than the other ones, and like the main like villain or whatever is like a kid. And he's saying all kinds of shit, dude. He's cussing a storm up, and it's like people are blowing up and stuff, dude. That one's a pretty crazy movie, so I'm definitely going to order those pretty soon.
RoboCop was like a hardcore fucking movie.
Oh yeah.
Even still to this day, that's like a fuck. Like that was
hmm
allowed in the fucking movie.
Yeah, I was thinking I should probably order those and like Judge, like the original Judge Dredd with Stallone.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I like that
anytime I
movie.
could think of either one, like both of them come to
hmm
mind immediately.
Which Judge Dredd is a segue to some Warhammer related stuff, which you probably don't know this. So new Warhammer stuff getting teased and all that. Oh, the
Yeah.
next. So I don't know if you noticed, but they've been releasing all these kill team boxes where it's like killed like a killed like you get two different kill teams and like some terrain and stuff. The next
Yeah.
box is being teased and it's going to be announced. So for us, this is going to be like tonight, like midnight. So I might stay up and watch it. There's the Las Vegas Open for Age of Sigmar is going on. It's starting
Oh.
tomorrow, and they're going to do like a a little like announcement, like showing off some new stuff that they're working on that they do. And one of the that's one of the big things is going to be the next Kill Team box, which they teased one of the models for the new squad because they've kind of been doing a completely new Kill Team that they have no that's like just brand new, and they'll do like an existing unit with some like extra upgrades to make it to where each character can have different shit. Uh, and this
Mm.
is a old, very old deep cut of models that they used to have called Adeptus Arbites, the Arbiters, which are basically space cops. They're Judge Dredd's. Uh, so much so that the original model for them that they would release is for like just like originally in like the 70s or 80s, whenever it was that it came out, was just a recast of a Judge Dredd miniature that they used to make for a Judge Dredd role playing game.
Fucking God.
And so they tease there's gonna be a like a Robo Mastiff is like one of the models, and so they show what that looks like. It's
Uh,
got like robot. It looks pretty dope. But yeah, it's gonna be the Arbites, and they show the canine, so that's gonna be pretty cool because they announced like what they're gonna talk about. It's gonna be they're talking about 40K, Horus Heresy, Kill Team, Age of Sigmar, uh, what is it? Age of Sigmar Warcry, and Warhammer Underworlds, which Warcry is kind of like Age of Sigmar Kill Team, I think, and then
okay.
Underworlds is some other like little like box game that they do that's like Age of Sigmar related, but they're gonna talk about Kill Team, and so that's what they're pretty sure they're gonna show that off. Um, and they might show off some new Space Marine stuff getting ready to come out. Apparently, there's been rumors of there's a new type of dreadnought coming out. They kind of teased already. There's gonna be a new like rocket troops coming out, new lieutenant model. Um, Potential they might show the new chapter master Dante model for the Blood Angels. I don't think they're gonna show that until closer to when they show off 10th edition stuff because I think because that's the rumor, of course, that we talked about before is that the 10th edition box is gonna be Blood Angels and Tyranids. But they
Yeah.
might show. So they have a lot of like there's a lot of Warhammer related games, box games that they've done over the years, and one of them is called Epic. So I don't know if you heard of Adeptus Titanicus. That's where
Yeah.
it's all Titans, but they're scaled down real small. So that's
Mm-hmm.
based off of an old thing they used to call Epic, which it's all the same shit in Warhammer, but all of it's made really small. So you would have like a little thing that big with like five little tiny space marines, and that was like a whole squad of space marines, and like tanks that were like that big, like the size of Hot Wheels, and like shit like that. So there's been rumors that they're bringing that back, and
Damn.
or they're going to bring back Battlefleet Gothic, which is another board game that they used to do, which is all spaceships, doing
Yeah.
space battles. Which there's the Battlefleet Gothic Armada video games, which I got those not too long ago. They're pretty fun. I need to play more of them. But yeah, they
Yeah.
might be bringing that back too. Um, yeah, so that's all happening like tonight in a couple hours.
God damn.
So I'm probably gonna
See, if I
stay
didn't
up.
have to be up early as fuck in the
I
morning,
mean,
I'd
I
definitely
do,
stay up and
I
watch.
do, I do too. But I'm gonna stay up and watch it probably anyway. They're usually only like 30 to 40 minutes.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, because isn't it? Yeah, because it's based in UK, the UK,
Yeah,
huh?
but this is the Las Vegas Open, so it's streaming from Las
Oh yeah,
Vegas.
that's right, Las Vegas. Yeah, I'm
But they
thinking
they
it's
are
fuck.
they are based in UK, and I'm probably going to be watching Chapter Master Valrak's watch along stream, which he has to wake up. He has to wake up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because he lives in the UK. Because for them it starts at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Um,
Imagine having your own franchise put against you with the time
right.
zones.
Yeah, but it's weird. The Las Vegas Open, it's like the biggest tournament in the world for like Warhammer stuff.
See, and that's weird too, because you wouldn't think that like we would have like the biggest one for
Well, it's
something
also
like
like it's
that.
a destination thing, so it's like it's just
Vegas.
in Vegas, so that's like the thing. And I guess they showed the schedule for it's like 3 days long. This time around, it's a Age of Sigmar Championship, I don't know if I'm really watching any of that. I might just to see like what people are playing. Um, if I have time to. I don't know what time they're actually streaming it. If I'll be home or not. I don't think the game's starting until like late at night anyway. Like I think
Oh,
it said
I got you.
like it starts like 8 p.m. or something. Um,
Fuck.
yeah, I don't know, but there it's like the opening ceremony is like is like tonight or whatever. It's like 10. It's like 10 p.m. Vegas time, but it's
Yeah.
because that's all in Pacific time where there's like a 2 hour difference. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah, man. Like when it comes to Warhammer, like I didn't like. I'm kind of like upset, but I'm also not kind of upset that we just started getting into it now. Because
Well,
like a lot of the stuff that I look at, like D&D and like all
mm-hmm.
that, like if we had that during high school, that would have been dope. But we would have had no fucking money to like
No,
do anything.
no, but that's one of the things where we would have had to get gotten into it like very gradually. So it would have been like
Yeah,
Christmas and birthdays. We would have like asked for like a squad here, squad there, maybe some paints and stuff here and there.
yeah,
It would have been slow and gradual. And that's the thing. It's weird. It's like we could have gotten into it in high school because we knew people that we knew a person who was into it. Ryan,
yeah,
him and his parents, him and his whole family, they all played it. And Jordan, he got into it sort of for a little bit, but then he had to return everything, and that was a whole. That's a whole thing. Um, but I mean, you could have started a couple years ago when I started, bro.
yeah. True, true. Yeah. I think for me, it's mainly just been like watching like lore videos and shit
Well, that's
like
what it's been
that.
for me too until
Yeah,
recent this past year really. Um, because I mean, like it's like I started when I first like started like really getting into it was a few months before COVID, and then COVID happened. I was like, oh, because my whole plan was since it was expensive, I was like I wasn't gonna really and we were only like a couple years in D&D and everyone was just starting to get like all their own books. I wasn't gonna like try and like get everyone into it. I was gonna get into it and like
yeah,
go to the shops and stuff because there was a store not that far from us that the one in Covington that had games and all that, and people would go and play. So my plan was to at least start with Kill Team and go there. Then COVID happened. Everyone stopped hosting games, and then like a year or two later, that store shut down.
yeah.
And so it kind of like put
Yeah,
a
it
big
was
damper
right
on
when I
it.
moved out here
Yeah,
that it was getting fucking shut down, and I was like, bruh,
yeah.
like that's like the
At least another
shittiest
shop. At
time.
least another shop opened like right after.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a minute.
Last time I went to
I
Slidell, I
think a
stopped in
good
there.
ass store though,
Yeah,
but
last time I was out there at your way, well, out that way in Slidell, I stopped on my way in. Uh, but I did actually make more progress on my army though.
oh,
A big piece of progress. Uh, Let me just open my box here. I finished painting a model.
oh shit,
My Redemptor Dreadnought. Let me get a better light on it.
oh shit, dude, them dreadnoughts are so fucking morbid though. Like,
Oh, that's fucking awful. That's not too bad.
I dig that. That's fucking sick.
Yeah. Fucking did up the base.
Yeah, I saw the pics on your Instagram, and I was like,
There.
damn, it's a beauty.
And the gun is magnetized. So I can just take it off. And
Hell yeah.
I didn't finish. I still have to finish the chain gun. I got like the first like silver base coat on it. And then I still have to do the two little guns that can attach to under the arm here.
Oh, okay.
There's a little chain gun and a flamethrower that can go down there. And then what I did was I glue, you ain't gonna see, I glued you can barely see I glue a magnetic strip to the base.
Oh yeah, I can kind of see it.
Make sure I lined it up right. Pretty close.
Hell yeah.
Magnetic strip in the box.
Yeah.
So
There
it
was one dude I saw with his
doesn't move around.
collection. He had like a, I want to say it was like a, it looked like almost like a fucking suitcase or whatever, but like the
Mm.
trays inside were metal, and he's just stuck magnets to the bottom of them, and he would just pull them out and then fucking grab whatever he needed,
Yeah, so a
like
lot of
arms,
people
weapons, shit like
they'll
that.
they'll either get like if they can get it, they'll get like little sheets of magnet of metal that's cut to size and put it in stuff, or they'll do what I did, but instead of I used the strips of magnet just because I couldn't find anywhere that sold full sheets of like the magnet. But this is the roll of magnets right here. They
Oh yeah,
make like full size like sheets of magnet, but I had to order it. Um, so instead, I just cut a strip and just stuck it in there. It's not perfect because I have to kind of line it up, so I might cut another piece and stick it under there. So there's two pieces holding it in. Because I did like
yeah.
I was like messing with it and testing it. And I was holding it upside down. I was like, oh, this is pretty sweet, and then it fell, and it came off the base. So I had to reglue it to the base.
Damn.
Oh,
Shit.
but it's not a big deal. It was fine. I didn't like mess anything up or anything.
Word. Yeah. Fuck,
Um,
dude. Like the more I think about it, I just want it to be out already. I want Space Marine 2.
yeah.
I want it so fucking badly. And that fucking collector's edition. That statue is so fucking sick. But my problem is I have nowhere I'd fucking put it. I have
Yeah,
nowhere to
true.
put it. So yeah, I mean that, and I've been really wanting to get fucking Darktide, but I guess Darktide had
Yeah,
some game issues or
it's just on
whatever.
PC right now. That I haven't really noticed because I haven't been playing a ton of it. I need to keep telling myself I need to play more of it. But apparently, there's been some connectivity issues that people have been having, and some people are. I think it's more so when you get to like end game type stuff. There's not really much when you get to the end game.
Yeah,
So then there people are like saying, "Hey, like what the fuck? Come on!"
yeah,
And also because people know
yeah,
they could do better because the Vermintide games do really well, and those are, like people love
yeah,
those and play the fuck out of those, like especially at the in game level and stuff. So they're kind of
yeah.
so Fat Shark, the people who make it are like, all right, we're gonna fix everything, and then we'll uh
Release
release it on
Series
Xbox.
X.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I looked at it and I was watching Operator Drewski. I was watching. He did a video and he was like it was of the bolter, whatever. He had
Mm-hmm.
just like picked one up for his guy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. That is probably the best bolter out of any fucking Warhammer game I have seen. Like literally
Yeah.
shoots and then literally fucking explodes them
Oh yeah.
after like a couple of I'm like, God damn. Like, and it sounds fucking heavy,
Oh,
and
they did a good job with the guns and stuff.
yeah, I was extremely impressed when I saw the fucking like gun sound and design for the bolter. I was like, thank God, dude.
Oh yeah.
Because like, unlike Necromunda, I like it, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's got a lot of flaws to it still,
Yeah.
and the guns just don't feel like they're heavy like they should be for a Warhammer
Mm-hmm.
universe.
Well, bolt
If you
guns
know,
specifically because that's not designed for normal people.
yeah, that's meant
That
for like Space
that's for
Marine.
Space Marines and Sisters of Battle and shit like that. Imperial Guards. Normal people aren't supposed to have those typically. Occasionally they might have like the bolt pistols and stuff, but
Yeah,
definitely not like the bolter and stuff like that.
yeah.
Uh,
It's literally a fucking missile that it's flying out of a
but you
fucking
see like the
gun.
scale of it. I mean, he's like holding it like
Yeah,
that, like it's a giant, massive
yeah. I
thing.
think yeah, I think he posted like in his video like a picture of a guy who had 3D printed like a life-size
Hmm.
bolter, and it was literally like fucking like looking at the BFG
Oh yeah,
almost,
dude!
but
Like
a bolter.
you should see
Like that's fucking
like the videos of people doing Space Marine cosplays where they do them to
oh dude.
scale, where they're like 7, 6, 7 feet tall. They have to walk in like stilts and shit, and
Yeah,
they have like and a lot of them will convert like a Nerf gun into like a giant bolt gun. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Fucking
Which
nuts, dude.
this was another. I did have one more Warhammer type rumor thing. So there's something that you probably haven't really, you don't really know because you haven't really looked at any of the rules or anything, and I didn't notice this until it was pointed out. So in the Codex for Space Marines, there's kind of two camps of Space Marines. There's
Mhm.
what's called Firstborn and what's called Primaris. So Primaris, I don't know if you noticed, a lot of the models are called like that's like that Dreadnought is the Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought. There's a lot of tanks that have Primaris, and it's like the Intercessors or Primaris Intercessor, Primaris Assault Intercessor. There's a lot of Primaris, and then stuff that's not called Primaris. That all the stuff that's not called is the Firstborn. That's all like the Death Company I have. Those are Firstborn Marines. It's typically all the older models. All the Primaris stuff. There's apparently this weird rule that the Primaris vehicles can only carry units with the Primaris tag. So every model has keywords that are like tags for that model that are for how like certain rules apply to them and things like that. And so if you're using one of the Primaris tanks that are like troop transport something, you can only put Primaris Marines in it. And same thing as if you have like a Land Raider, like one of the original tanks, you can only put Firstborn in it. And so apparently in 10th edition they might be getting rid of the Primaris tag entirely. And it'll be interesting to see like they get rid of those keywords and just everything should work the way it works. Because right now, like if you have a Land Raider, like I have the one that I'm working on, and if I was allied, if I took allies of like Adeptus Custodes, they could, even though they're not Space Marines, they could get in it. But my Primaris
Yeah.
Space Marines couldn't.
Oh shit.
It's like a weird like what the fuck type of thing. But apparently they're going to be
Yeah.
getting rid of. Allegedly, they'll be getting rid of those keywords probably when 10th edition comes around. Uh,
Yeah.
and it will be interesting to see like are there still going to be Primaris models or will it be non-Primaris models? Because the Primaris is like a big thing in the lore. The whole Primaris Rubicon and Gilliman returning and all that. So it'll be interesting to see how that
Yeah.
plays out in the future. Um,
Yeah, that'll be kind of interesting to see how they decide they're gonna plan that all out
mhm.
gameplay wise.
I mean,
Because yeah, that'd be weird if like you couldn't have your guys be like, "Hey, you can't enter that tank
well
now."
that's how it is now.
Oh, it's how it is right now.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
weird thing is like if let's say you like I was playing Blood Angels, all my Primaris Marines couldn't go into my Land Raider that I have. They'd either have to go on, which I don't know how it works with the Land Speeder, but I have a Primaris Land Speeder, so they could guess go on that. Or if I had one of the there's a couple of different Primaris tanks, like I think like Predator and a couple other things. I forget what they're called, but those could carry troops around, and if they were to ride in that, they'd have to be Primaris. But my Firstborn couldn't ride in it. It's a whole weird thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Shit.
weird things with that, and so I hope that's like not an issue in 10th edition, and I hope they do some good rules for allying different armies together and stuff
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see.
because I think
Because I
that
mean,
that was kind of a thing before, but in this edition apparently it's kind of not really a thing. You can, but like
you have to like
there's
work around the rules and shit a
yeah
little bit.
like in the currently right now they have the fuck what's it called there's like an event going on right now. Fuck, I gotta look it up. That it's all like boarding action type like fights and stuff, and oh yeah, the Las Vegas Open preview is in 2 hours 20 minutes. uh Arcs of Omen,
All right.
so that Arcs of Omen is what it's called. uh
Ah, okay.
and that's like the end of ninth edition event going on right now. And there's a weird rule because they in the first book came out, and there's a rule where Leagues of Votan, which is the new army, which is really just the new version of squats, can league with certain Imperial forces, but they can't league together. You can't take them together with Tau but in the lore, them and the Tau work together and like share technology and stuff. And
The
then
fuck?
I know there's like some weird rules which I have to see how they changed because I know as they were written when the ninth edition came out, it didn't work. But all of your like like Space Marines, the different chapters have certain like commander abilities and stratagems and stuff that they could take that they could use that are
Yeah,
exclusive to like Blood Angels, right? And so all the generic Space Marine stuff has a keyword that's just called chapter, which is just whatever chapter you take it as. That's it works for it. So like all the Blood Angels abilities specify they benefit Blood Angels pretty much, and not like other Imperial forces. So if you took uh units that were made your detachment with units that were say Imperial Knights or Adeptus Custodes or some other Imperial force, then your keyword for your army would be Imperium. So you couldn't even take the Blood Angels abilities. It's like a whole thing.
that's weird. That's
Even
fucking.
if like your whole army is Blood Angels except for like one unit, because
That's so
you now have a detachment that is not entirely comprised of Blood Angels. It's a weird thing.
so weird.
Then that's what I mean by like the rules for like leaguing armies together is kind of weird.
Yeah, because I mean, I wouldn't mind like getting like some guardsmen and shit, and
Hmm.
then throwing some Ultramarines in there. Because I mean, that makes perfect fucking sense. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, but I mean,
yeah.
I
I don't.
also feel like I wouldn't want to like hassle around like the rules and shit like that, and
Yeah,
try
no.
and fucking
What I think I want to do, like obviously, I mentioned before how I kind of know I want to do a second army when this one's done, and I want to do Eldar probably. Um, but I've been looking. I want to get some of these kill teams that they have, and
yeah.
one of the first ones I want to get, which you can't buy it right now. It was I think it's from not the current kill team box, but the previous one had naval breachers. There's no like full army form, it's just an imperial unit that's supposed to be like the main infantry for the imperial navy, and they're really cool looking. But they don't sell that box no more. You can still find it at some places. That was like the big kill team box. That's the people there fought in the train and all the rule books and stuff. But hopefully in the next like month or so, they should be selling just the box of the naval breachers. And I definitely want to scoop those up. The Krieg guardsmen, that's its own little standalone kill team
Yeah,
box. Um,
the Kriegsmen are fucking
I
so
do want to also
sick.
get the Trader Guard. There's like a Trader Demonic, somewhat Chaos Imperial Guard box
Oh,
that you could get.
yeah,
That one is available now. Um,
yeah.
I wouldn't mind that one. And then definitely want to get those Arbites. I want to see who they're fighting. Apparently they're gonna be fighting Dark Eldar, Drukari. So that'd be a pretty cool box to get. It'd be cool if they were regular craft worlds. If they were craft worlds, I'd definitely have to get that box. But
Yeah.
they already kind of did craft worlds. There's one of the craft worlds that's been in the lore but didn't have any models except for now this kill team is the Corsairs, which are like their equivalent of like space pirates,
Yeah.
but like elves, and they have a box you could get that's pretty cool looking. So I wouldn't mind probably getting those too. I hear they're kind
Yeah.
of okay, so I don't know if I'll play them, but in the Elder army that I want to build that is, but I don't know. I have to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. I need to look up more on the Eldar because I mean, hardly know much
Mm.
about them really. Um,
Yeah, there's a lot
but
of
I think if there's anybody that I don't really know that much about, it's the Tau.
yeah. I know.
Other than they fight for the greater good.
Yeah, the space commies.
Yeah, the space
Yeah, I know
commies.
some stuff about them, like how there's like different. They're split into like different casts. That's like their like sub factions and stuff. And um there's like one of them that's the one that most people play. That's ironically the most hardcore communisty. um, but like for the most part, they're actually it's kind of weird. They're kind of people joke that they're like kind of the good guys because they do somewhat ally with people because their whole thing is they want to bring everyone in to them, but they want them
I
to
actually,
conform to their ideals. So like there's
yeah, I
like
did see that. I did see that. There was a
humans
video I
and
watched.
yeah, like there's been like
Yeah,
humans and like other alien races that have all like oh yeah we're pretty cool. And like I said the leagues of Votan, the squads, some of their gear that they have is Tau technology technically or was originally. But there actually is a funny thing with they've tried to get they used to try to get Space Marines to join them.
yeah. That's
And
what I was just about to get at. Yeah.
yeah, and they for no matter how hard they try, they couldn't. So now all Space Marines are
They
kill
just
on
deemed
sight.
it like,
they
yeah,
just
kill on
yeah
sight.
they
There's no like,
yeah they're
yeah,
pretty
because
cool.
words or whatever that they would use to
Mm,
like get inside their mind or whatever, and
it just doesn't
every
work.
time they would just die and die and die, and after so many fucking attempts, they were just like, "Fuck it, it's not even worth it. Just kill them on sight." Like,
Yeah, and they've even made like their version of Space Marine armor to show and give to them, and it nah.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's yeah,
yeah, the
because
Elder have a lot of cool lore. They're like one of the oldest factions in the game. There's a lot of cool stuff with them. That's like all
yeah.
the whole like origin of Slaanesh is tied to them. Um,
Oh yeah, those are the ones. Is that the Dark Eldar?
yeah. Well, yeah. So
Yeah. Okay.
the Eldar, they on like their main homeworlds, uh, they're like so advanced that they have all the craft worlds, which would go out and get all the resources and do everything for them. Which that's all like these like super dreadnought ships that are like the size of planets. That's where they live and self sustain off of that. But on their planet, they were just like down to debauchery and doing whatever they want. Cause they didn't need to do anything, so they just like partied all the time and partied so hard that they created a fourth chaos demon, chaos god or whatever, which took all of their souls and destroyed their planet. And then all the ones who are still alive that support that chaos god or the dark eldar, the Drukari. And then there's all the remaining craft worlds who were just away from the planet that are left alive.
Jesus
And
Christ.
and all of them when they die, Slanesh takes their soul.
Yeah. Yep. That
So
sounds
they're
about
slowly
right.
dying off race. Yeah,
God
it's
damn,
cool
dude.
with like how they have what are they called? It's nothing. It's at the tip of my tongue. Let me go to the website.
Oh, fuck.
40K.
Shit.
Oh yeah, that all the new Imperial Guard models came out. You can buy them all separately now, and the new Rogel Dorn tank came out.
Nice. Yeah, I think whenever I get my Black Templars up, I know how I was gonna do Sisters of Battle,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll probably hold off on that and get a second army that's not related to the Imperium of Man.
Mm. Yeah, they have what's
That
called
way,
uh Aspect Warriors,
Aspect Warriors, okay.
which I think that's what they're called. What they call refer to them. It's there's all these different units that they could take. They're all these elite units that each one is like kind of differently themed. I think that's what they're called. And they're just like there's all like kind of unique looking and really cool. So there's like striking scorpions, and they all have the green armor and kind of like a kind of chain sword type weapon. Swooping hawks. Those are ones I want to get because those are like flying units with rifles. I do want to get the what was it? It was up here. Shining Spears, which is like a special jet bike unit that they have. Um, maybe the Dark Reapers. I gotta see. I think they're maybe good. They look like was
Yeah.
ironic because they look like the Drukari because they're all black armor because all the Aspect Warriors have their own unique color scheme. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that they got some cool different units and stuff. Dire Avengers, Warp Spiders, Fire Dragons, Howling Banshees. Those are good ones. I definitely have to get some Howling Banshees.
Yeah.
And I would like to get a Wraithland. That'd be pretty dope. That's like
Yeah.
$150 like max that they have.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking after Black Templars though, I'll probably do Orcs or Necrons.
Mm-hmm.
That way,
Yeah,
like
Necrons are pretty
I'll
cool.
have stuff. That way, yeah, that way I have like something other than like the Imperium of Man just sitting
Mm-hmm.
around.
That's one of the reasons why I was going for the Eldari, the Craft World and stuff. Just because that'd be something different. They're really cool looking.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not sure who else I would go for. I mean, I definitely wouldn't mind some knights, either Imperial or Chaos.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, I like the
Nice one.
idea of Imperial knights. Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah. Because my pops got a free $400 3D printer,
Nice.
dude. I looked at it and I was like, I'm gonna have to print out some fucking miniatures, man.
You're gonna have to print up some dinkies, bro.
I'm gonna try. I can't guarantee. I'm gonna try and get a big ass Titan printed out.
Well, what you so
Just
this is
to,
one thing you can
even
do
if I
that's gonna.
can't use it, I just want it to like sit somewheres and just be like,
So
yeah,
what
I
you
got
can
that thing.
do is look at get in. So you'll have trouble finding like the actual models, but you'll be able to find tons of proxy models. A lot of people make
Yeah,
not Space Marines and not Battle Scissors of Battle and not Imperial Knights and not this and not that. So you'll be able to find stuff and find like bits you
yeah,
could use and stuff. There's a guy on YouTube that I've only watched like one or two of these videos that he's done where he's what like can I print the army before Games Workshop ships it to me or whatever, where he'll like order like one of the new boxes and he'll try like he'll find like proxy models and download them and like try and print them before the box shows up and stuff like that. So yeah, you can find stuff. I mean,
he's
the thing is I like a lot of their actual models a lot. So like
yeah.
like
Yeah, for me, it would just be like one of those things that like if I can't get a hold of
yeah,
something,
I mean something like the
like
Titans like that's understandable because those are very big expensive. Uh,
yeah, but I want a walking church.
yeah,
I want one so badly. Everybody's gangster till the church starts walking.
true. Yeah, and Necrons have a lot of cool stuff because when Ninth Edition came out, they got like a line refresh where they got a lot of new models and stuff. Um, I hear that their combat patrol is kind of mid, so I don't know if I would necessarily buy that. That's like the $150 box. It comes with like one of their flying ships and a handful of different units and stuff. I hear it's kind of okay. You might
Yeah.
do better buying some other stuff. Um, but they got a lot of cool looking shit. Like just kind of scrolling through it right
Yeah.
now real quick. They have a lot of different like leader, like HQ unit models. Uh, but yeah, just like all the other models, like which really cool looking. Canopec Doomstalker. I did watch a video which I'll have to send it to you. These guys that they talk about Warhammer and stuff. They just did a video where one of the guys went through pretty much all the majority of the armies to see if you could still make a like about a 2,000 point army for like $500 or less.
Hmm.
And I want to say this one he could. I think I don't remember if this one he could or he couldn't. There's only out of like all like the almost like 20 or so different armies. There was like five that you could, and it basically came down to if their combat patrol box was good or not.
Oh shit.
uh, because he didn't want to like cop out and just buy like the same like cheap thing a bunch of times or whatever. But I want to say
Yeah.
for like Custodes or maybe Grey Knights, they were good enough that you could those were like good ones, and so you could just buy like I think actually for Custodes he's like yeah for the Custodes you could just I'm gonna recommend that you just buy three of their combat patrol box and you're good.
Oh yeah,
Because there's
because I'd
actually
imagine they're like pretty fucking OP as shit.
well the
Like,
main thing is that for them, if you find them real quick, they don't have a ton of different models. They only have like a handful of different models, and you get like, and they have a lot of. I think their combat patrol comes with the option parts for the weapon for the alternate weapons. Apparently, some of the combat patrols don't give you the alternate weapons. It's a different sprue, so you're
Hmm.
stuck building like one version. Whereas this, you have options, and it actually ended up being pretty good.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And he was literally like, "Yeah, and you could buy like a squad or two of these guys too, and then you'll have like everything you need." And
Hell yeah.
and like the Grey Knights were
Got.
kind of similar because they don't have like a shitload of different models. Also, that's all
Oh yeah.
like higher point per model.
Grey Knights are badass. I can't lie, they're badass.
Oh yeah,
Some mean motherfuckers.
Demon Hunters, bro. They're the ones who put Angron back to the warp the last time.
Yeah, buddy.
But now he's back, literally getting ready to come out very soon, like a couple
Yeah.
weeks or months.
That'd be kind of dope if they did some more models of like Grey Knights just for that.
Yeah, I do know that there's one of the main characters. Everyone's like, you gotta yeah, Lord Caldor Drago. Apparently, his model is kind of pretty old, and his face sculpt is pretty bad. I'm looking at it; it's not that great. So people have been really wanting at least him to be replaced. A lot of the
Yeah.
other units really aren't too bad. Looking at them, I mean, they look perfectly fine to me. I mean, the only one that I don't really like because I just don't like the design of it is the as I like to call the baby carrier, the
Mhm.
Nemesis Dread Knight. It's like a dreadnought, but instead of being an amputated space marine in a sarcophagus, you're in like
Yeah.
one of those like baby holders, and you have your full body and you're fully exposed, like the baby
Oh,
harness.
yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
I mean, the rest
Yeah.
of it's really cool looking and it is pretty dope, but it is kind of funny that they're just hanging on the front like they're in a baby harness.
The yeah, because that's from what I understand, that's for lore wise, that's the guys that like did some kind of like horrible shit that was like heresy or something
No,
like
no,
that,
no,
and
no,
that
no.
was
You're
their.
thinking of the ones for the Adeptus Sororitas. Those are different.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm thinking of that. Yeah.
Actually, let me just pull up the image and I'll just turn my camera around so everybody can see.
Word, word, word.
Real quick, let me go.
Education.
Oh, that's blowing the fuck out.
Oh shit, those. Okay, I could kind of see the outline of it. Yeah.
You can't fucking see shit.
Like I could kind of see him, yeah, like in the little cradle or whatever.
Yeah, they're like in like a baby harness, but they got a big ass sword and a big ass gun.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, you get like one of those and like some other good units in the yeah, the Great Knights. I remember he definitely said because he was like, yeah, each one comes with a librarian. You only use one, so the other two you could sell them or whatever. I don't care. It's free points.
There you go. Pretty much. Oh shit.
All right. Do you have anything else you kind of wanted to cover?
Uh, kind of back onto the. I don't know if we've already talked about it yet, but as of recording this, GoldenEye is now on Game Pass early. It comes out tomorrow in like a few hours.
Nice.
But yeah, that's really about it. I mean, I was messing around with it on the fucking Xbox a little bit before coming into this, and
Nice.
it's pretty. It's an easy game because I mean, the most the difficulty from the N64 game was the controls and the controls
Right.
being so shitty. Yeah,
Yeah, I
so I mean,
imagine it
it's literally
plays pretty nicely on a Xbox One controller.
yeah. So it's like, I mean, play. I did it on like the easiest difficulty just to see, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, this is cake." Like,
Yeah,
so
you should
I'm
try it
running
on
at the
hard difficulty, see what it's like.
Yeah, I'm going to go on double O agent or whatever and fucking try that out. Because I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
still have like the little auto aim that it does when you're near somebody
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. So it just points in their direction. You're just like, all right, pew pew. Yes. Like it's that and like the cursor you is like actually follows the gun and shit like cleanly and shit
Mm-hmm.
whenever you aim. Nice. It's nice. I dig it. It's
Nice.
fucking finally for fucking months of just agonizing and waiting. It's here finally, and I'm fucking happy. I'm fucking happy.
Sweet.
Uh, Now I can do my speed runs. Yay.
It'll have to be its
Or
own
a speed
category.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably any percent
Well, also
on
it's the Xbox
easiest.
One. It's the Xbox version, not the 64 version. I'm sure
Yeah,
that makes
which
a
I'll have to
huge
check on
difference.
yeah, I'll have to check on speedrun.com if they've added it to that version or if they're doing it like the other Doom categories for like the Unity ports and shit like that and just doing it as like its own separate thing.
Yeah,
Because
I
I would
assume it.
imagine that N64 they're gonna keep that as like the separate category
Hmm.
compared to like
Yeah,
the Switch and the Xbox port.
yeah. I imagine they play differently enough that it would be separate.
Yeah. But yeah, I haven't tested out like speedrunning yet. I've just been kind of going through for nostalgia. I mean, even though I have literally the N64 in the game sitting up
Yeah.
on the fucking thing, like I don't. I mean, I could speedrun either one. I'm just not going through all the bullshit and cables that you need to for the N64. I'm not fucking with that.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, that's pretty much all I had, really.
All right. Well, this is. I guess this has been trapped in dungeon number 5. Uh, sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. We got coming up. We got Castle Crashers. The finale's coming this week on Wednesday,
Yeah,
episode
yeah.
8, and then next week we'll be starting a way out, which you boys gotta learn how to censor some schlongage. Wasn't expecting that to come up, but hey, you
That's
gotta learn how to do it eventually. You never
funny
know
as fuck.
when a schlong could come up in your video.
See some cakes, then turns just right. Oh, there's some fucking schlong in there.
Yeah.
Yep, that was funny as fuck. I can't lie. I can't wait for everybody to see it. I can't wait for it to be on the channel and everything. But yeah, season finale, the finale of Castle Crashers for the Let's Play at least is coming
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Wednesday. So be sure to hit that notification, subscribe,
Watch all the other
follow
ones
us on
all the
our
way
social
through.
media. Yeah, watch that shit from beginning to end, please. And yeah, I guess we'll catch you all next time.
Peace, Aroni.